Hi guys, my name is Chantelle CW for the Moment Network, and I am here with Clairmont the Second.
Yes.
So let's get into it. You use the term grainy to describe imperfection. What does that mean to you and your music?
Yeah, when I think of grain, I think of film grain. I think of audio grain, like things like tape, and these are all elements that um, have really shaped my sound and shaped my artistic aspect or the visual aspect, I should say. And
You're very big on visuals.
yeah. Certain uh, movies, like my favorite movies, are shot on film, and I think that with these imperfections, or what people might look as imperfections, because everybody has, at least the industry or whatever, whoever has strived for a cleaner look, has strived for, when things are getting better, it's because the resolution's higher and
Or
things
like
are
4K and all of that
and then
stuff.
even with
Yeah.
audio, it's like everybody kind of wants clean, like all the mixes and things like that. They all sound the same. But when I listen to my favorite music, there's certain qualities that are I find that are lost, that really take away the character of what
Yeah.
things sound like and the character of what things could look like, and the feel, things that are just indescribable. And that's kind of the philosophy I apply to every aspect of my
Yeah.
artistic journey. When it comes to the way I mix a song, the way I might rap, the way I might produce, the way I might do a video. Like there's certain, all the little technicalities that a lot of people worry about, I don't worry about so much, because at the end of the day, like I know what the end goal, what I want, and what I want it to feel like, and that
Yeah.
to me is the most important.
So when you record, is there often times where you're like, oh, actually leave that in? Or like a certain like
There's been a
saying
one
that someone
two,
will
yeah.
say?
There's definitely been like I do try to like just get, if I'm recording, I do like to just get my takes, as just me as possible, not so much background stuff. But like there's like, I have a song, I'm not gonna say which, but one of my songs, there's actually a fork clinking on a spoon
In the background,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Where
like,
did that come from though when you were in the studio?
yo,
Like the
honestly,
idea.
it was an accident. I think I was just recording. I might have bumped the table or
That's
whatever.
where the best ideas come from.
Yeah, and I just left it. It's kind of hidden. It's very hidden, but like, I think that if the overall intention isn't lost, and
Yeah.
whatever this mistake isn't distracting, I'm not gonna. If I feel like I could use my time elsewhere, I
Yeah.
probably will just do that.
Yeah, and it can add to it as well.
And
so
it
much.
like a lot of cool melody lines or a lot of cool chord things that I've come up with have been from accidents, or just
Yeah.
things that weren't put there, but when everything is together, I'm like, ooh, like let me actually try to
great
add
idea.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And can you tell us a little bit about your project Full Circle?
I'm so sorry. I feel very tense.
No, it's okay.
I'm just
Relax.
gonna
You know,
Yeah.
we got a couch for a reason. Yeah.
Full circle. Yeah. Yeah, that was an experience making it. Like I was going through, a little bit. Everybody was kind of locked down. I was also exploring a lot more analog equipment in terms of working it into my audio workflow, and it's my first time like really working with tape, and as opposed to just using an emulation or whatever. We're working with like tape machines, and
because you have time at that point.
Yeah, I was chilling, and but also like what it did is as much as I don't like the process that I used to make music now isn't exactly the same as when I was doing that project. It's never the same every project, but I think what working on that has taught me, it's taught me a lot of I learned the nuances of why things sound the way they do. I learned the nuances of workflow. I've applied the analog workflow to when I just want to work digitally.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just really getting familiar and just having that hands-on approach. It's taught me a lot. Now I have a bigger skill set. Just it was fun, but it was definitely taxing. It was definitely like you learn the quirks about.
It's very tedious.
Yeah. There's little things that that are unfixable, like, or like to my knowledge I can't fix. So it was like working with that, balancing with that. Like there was tears shed over the project. Like
Oh,
it was crazy. Like I just,
Especially if it's so personal to you. It's like your
yeah,
baby that you're
yeah.
coming out with.
And it
Yeah.
felt super stressful at times, but overall, like, I'm really happy that I got to do it, and really happy that I got to like work with some, some tape and put out a record. Somebody, I guess in my field or like my age doesn't really work with tape anymore, and like I don't work with it all the time, but just like that whole workflow, it was really cool to pick up those skills, and I just feel very feel accomplished. Yeah.
It probably definitely helps like communicate with producers or anything like that if you want a certain sound.
Exactly. There's like little specific nuances that might not be noticeable to every ear, but I think they'll feel it. And that's kind of the bigger thing for me. Like, how does that feel? Like, what is that? What did that chord, how does that make you feel? Or that texture, like.
With all of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And how have you grown as an artist since you've released It's Not How It Sounds?
I've learned a lot of philosophies when it comes to making music since then, that has really helped my music that is, that I'm working on and that's coming out to be a lot more crazy. I think I've definitely lost, since making that, I've lost a big chunk of my pretentiousness. That's so weird. Like I feel like I used to be very pretentious.
The ego
yeah,
just kind of broke down. Yeah.
I definitely got rid of all of it, I think, or not all of it, but a lot of it, and it's allowed my music to kind of really grow and expand, and like the direction that I'm headed in is like, if people have been following me for a bit, they'll be like, this is very, very necessary, but also like it just sounds like a beefed up version of what I used to do.
Yeah.
And I think that a big part of what has changed my sound has not been necessarily my skill set or like what I'm able to actually do with my fingers on the keyboard or whatever, but more so just my philosophy behind things. And just like, now I'm hearing chords differently. I'm hearing sounds differently. I'm hearing what everything could be.
Or something to add if you needed an instrumentalist or something.
Yeah, and the thing is, I usually just play on my own stuff.
Yeah.
So like I end up just
like, I know how to do this.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
good.
But like even then, like it's really just like philosophies that change your sound. I think. I think it's just your approach to a song or to an album or a video that really changes what it could be, and how important, how creative, how futuristic it could be. So yeah, the philosophy is the biggest thing that has changed. That has changed my whole thing.
As a growth of an artist. And also, are you coming out with anything new? I overheard. I was like, can't say anything about it. Okay.
I'm coming out with some stuff.
Okay.
I'm coming out with some stuff. Like I'm definitely I've been working on a project for a very, very long time. Like even since before It's Not How It Sounds, and it's gone through like modifications and changes, and I'm finally getting to a point where this project is kind of winding down officially.
Yeah.
So I can't give any dates or anything.
Okay, no dates, no exclusives.
No,
nothing.
yeah,
Okay.
but I will say that like I'm gonna perform some new stuff.
No, we're excited to see you on the stage.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. I really appreciate all you guys. What's going on? It's Clairmont the Second. Very happy to be here. I'm on the Moment Network at Manifesto. Yeah.